This looks like no other bike shop that I've ever seen before. So YT have got this new bike showroom. It's called The Mill. It's in the Surrey Hills, which is an amazing place for a bike shop to be. It looks pretty big and it looks pretty epic from what I've seen. So let's head down there. We'll have a little bit of a tour around and ask them a few questions. Whoa. That does look pretty epic. Let's go and have a look. First of all, what's going on? Because it looks like you've got some kind of nice little coffee shop over here.
Maybe someone comes in on a Saturday morning, they maybe want to take a bike out for demo and they've got a cool place just to chill out and have a coffee when they first get here. Give people a bike to demo. They have a slot, so 3 to 4 hours. And we basically say, for that 3 to 4 hours, it's your bike.
This, what we can see here, is like half of the whole unit, and you've got more space through there. And you do bike service, setup. If someone's got a problem with something, from what I've maybe seen in the past, it's been a bit more difficult to get service because of logistics and shipping things back and stuff like that. So if someone has a problem with a bike now, can they rock up here and like you'll take ownership of it? How does that work?
Yeah, so essentially you're correct. The front of house, if you like, that's only half of it, and to be honest, maybe even as far as a quarter of the project. Really, the behind the scenes is the nuts and bolts of it and where the magic happens. So really going forward, it means that, yeah, if a customer is currently on a bike and has an issue with it of any description, and not just locally, we've got next day freight company, so we can pick bikes up from Edinburgh, Glasgow, wherever, and they will be with us the following day. And at the same time, once the issue has been resolved or fixed, the bike will be back with the customer the following day. That customer service, as I kind of previously mentioned here, is really what we're trying to get down to. Previously, we have found that sometimes the, say, servicing bikes or warranty or something can take a little bit longer because of logistics, as you say. So it takes 5 days to ship a bike from the UK to Germany, and it takes 5 days to ship a bike from Germany back to the customer. And that's without us doing any work. So really straight away, we're saving all customers 2 weeks on any problem.
What have we got here?
Capra Shred. What we've been trying to do is really listen to our customers. So if maybe a new product comes out or a new style of bike, shall we say, comes to market, or the customers are sort of leaning that kind of way, we want to be able to respond to it. So what we've done with the Capra Shred is the limited models was actually a coil shock Capra. They sold out, I mean, to be honest, they were kind of like Glastonbury tickets.
Really?
They sold out pretty quickly. And what that showed us was there are customers out there that did want maybe a gravity greedy kind of trail bike, particularly in the UK, because obviously we've got, you know, Bike Park Wales, Cwmcarn, that kind of uplift centre or downhill centre where a Tues is still a really good option, but maybe something that's a little bit shorter in travel, a little bit more playful, can also be nice to ride.
What about batteries, like secondary batteries and things? Will you sell things like that, or can customers now buy that? Because I think a lot of people want to have that safety net of a second battery, and in the past what I've read is people have struggled to maybe buy one. Is that changing? Yeah,
that's changing. At the moment there's batteries on the service page of the website, so we are selling batteries aftermarket. Obviously stock levels, we're constantly getting more stock and what have you. Right now at the moment as we speak, they are on the website and customers are purchasing them.
The advert with Vinnie Jones is pretty epic. And it looks like you've recreated the feel of that advert.
The idea behind the mill and this section, really we wanted the customer to be able to walk into the website. On the page for the decoy section, there's ducks flying through a screen. So we're trying to like recreate that. So recreate the way that a customer can either sit at home in their lounge and they're on the website, and then the following day they walk in here, they want to see the decoy, and they're like, you know, it looks like it does on the website.
What's really interesting to me about this is YT traditionally have been direct to consumer, and the benefits to that are you can go on, shop in the comfort of your own home and get a banging spec bike for a really great price. Yet sometimes the benefits of buying from a local bike shop, you get some extra benefits, like you can get hands-on with the product, you can go for a demo ride, a test ride, you can get sized up. You've also got somewhere that you can take the bike back to if you've got any problems. So it seems to me like you're kind of bringing those two concepts together.
Yeah, essentially we're very much and will remain an online-only company. If you come in here right now, we can obviously assist people to put a bike through the website. Essentially, what we're really trying to do though is really focus on that customer service and all that kind of purchasing experience. For example, quite often the customer maybe will, or previously will have sent an email and said, you know, what size bike do I need? And as much as we can help with that, it's never as good as someone actually sitting on the bike and trying to bike. So we've got the setup station just over there.
Did you lift this in here?
Try.
Is this going to hold my weight?
Yeah, it'll hold your weight. How much do you weigh?
On a good day, 85 kilos.
85, yeah, no, it should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
I think there was 8 of us took to lift it in here. The crown actually only turned up, I call it a crown, but I don't really know what else to call it. It only turned up about 2 weeks ago, and 4 of us couldn't lift it. We had to get this crane thing in, particularly just to put that on it. So
it looks pretty beefy.
We're really trying to just take that next step in improving customer service, in improving that experience. If someone does have a problem, yes, we now can take bikes in for service, or if there's a situation where, you know, maybe a warranty issue, all that side of things, yes, can be handled here. We've got a customer service team that are here in the UK. We've got mechanics that are here in the UK. We've got spare parts here in the UK.
With e-bikes, is that one of the main issues that you experience with e-bikes? Is it battery, or is it the electrical system? Is that what you've experienced?
No, not really. I guess the main issues that we see, particularly with e-bikes, is more just customer confidence.
Okay.
And really what I mean by that is many customers have maybe not owned a Capra, but owned a similar bike to a Capra, and that's quite normal for them. So they're quite happy to go home, work on it in their garage, work on it in their shed, maybe even take it to a local bike shop. With e-bikes, as you know, they are still quite plug and play, really. But it's really educating people to the point that they can do that. So what we're trying to do for particularly the decoy is just help with that customer confidence side of things, and go into things like that with them. Again, if there is a particular problem with their bike, of course we get it back here and we'll sort it out as quickly as possible with them. Where we are at today isn't where we're going to be at in 6 months and a year. I think this is a process that we always need to improve, and improve that customer service and the customer journey and the whole experience of the brand going forward, and that's where we want to be.
Got to ask you, this 700 battery, like what's the story with the 700 battery? Because I remember when the YT decoy was launched, and we were briefed that maybe in the future there would be a bigger capacity battery, and that one message has kind of been amplified by lots of people. Where are we at with a bigger battery? Yeah,
so I guess the first thing with a bigger battery situation is it is something that we're working on, and we have been working on for some time. We never really set a date on it, or we never set a date on it at all, because it's not as simple as just getting some cells and sticking them onto a battery. Batteries just naturally have got a bit of weight behind them, so it's important that we make the product right, and the product being a decoy. So the bike basically needs to, with that additional weight, still ride like it does now. Like you've ridden it, it's a gravity hungry bike that we really need to make sure the weight is in the right area and the bike's characteristics are the same. what we don't want to do is just stick a bit more weight on the bike and it loses the way that the bike rides. That's the most important thing to us. The bike needs to be at the level it is at now, and to be honest, if not better.
So you don't want to compromise the way the bike feels and rides. And I know
Correct.
bigger batteries add more weight, potentially higher up in the frame, because you've got to make the battery physically bigger and longer. That's interesting. So I guess what I'm hearing is never say never. There might be something, but you want to make sure it's absolutely right to fit in that decoy and for it to ride, not to compromise the ride and the handling of it.
Yeah, correct. It's all about making sure that the bike is at the same level it's at now,
Yeah.
if not better.
So I'm going to ask you maybe about some things that you might not be able to answer, but you've got one e-bike in the range. Where do you think e-bikes will go in the future? If we're talking 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, do you see additional categories that might open up? If you look in the market now, you've got lightweight, midweight, super heavyweight. I don't want you to share any things that you can't talk about, but it's just your take on it.
I guess essentially with the decoy at the moment, we've got one decoy, but we've kind of got two models within that. So we've got the 2929, which is slightly less travel, and obviously the wheel size. And then we got the mullet setup, which was the original and the more gravity greedy style of bike. Where do I think it will go out in the future? I think that's an interesting question. To be honest, I think what we want and what everybody wants is a better high performance bike coming out of it. And I think that's really what the end goal is for everyone. Yeah, we just want to create the best bike possible. So the honest answer is I don't personally know.
Very political answer.
Yeah.
Is this the dream job? Working
Is it
here?
the dream job?
Yeah.
It's a pretty wicked job, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
And it's a nice space to be in. I mean, massive congratulations, because this is a bike shop like no other. It's so different, and it just feels good. It's a nice space to be in. It's pretty chilled out here, sat on a sofa, talking about bikes. You've got a beautiful showroom, a team of people that can help customers repair bikes, get people back cycling again. So massive well done, man. I'm sure it's going to be really popular. And yeah, thanks for showing us around.
Yeah, pleasure, man.